What I've come to respect about Tyler is that he's going to sell you the right product and the right amount of product. Hi, my name is Alan. I have a home in Bearsville, which is part of Woodstock, New York. The experience was really excellent, and I just don't say that, and I'm not getting paid for this. Tyler was referred to us, and I call him Tyler, but it's TZ. Tyler Zitz. Tyler was referred to us through another contractor. We were doing some work on the house. He came out, he scoped the project. We talked about some other things. Once I saw the quality of the work, I wound up hiring for a bunch of other projects. Well, for starters, the biggest thing, and we're new to the area, so we've owned this house since November of 22. The most important thing was we needed a generator because the power in Ulster County can be good, it can be bad, and you only want a generator when you need it, and if it turns on once a year, great. If it doesn't turn on this year, even better. My little baby here is the right generator for this house. I came up with some really interesting ideas that Tyler educated me about, and what we wound up deciding was a generator that not only supports the appliances, but will heat the house, air conditioners in the house in the summer, and it'll also run the electricity in my office, which is a separate building on this property. We got it in pretty quickly. They did all of the work. He did the excavation, he did the installation, he did all the wiring, and he coordinated, because we had some unique amperage needs, he coordinated everything with Central Hudson so that it was really seamless for me. The installation took the better part of a day, and the biggest problem was the lead time in getting the generator, which was not that long after all. One of our more recent projects was that I wanted outdoor lighting so that when I'm going out to bring out the garbage in the middle of the night, my driveway is lit up like sunlight. So we installed LED lights not only in the front of the house, but on the side of the house. You talk about challenges, the biggest challenge was wiring. We don't want wires running up from the basement all the way through the house, drilling, messes, you name it. Tyler came up with the idea of remote-controlled LED lights. So when I come into my driveway, I hit this button on this little remote, and boom, the driveway floods with light. I've got one on this side of the house, but when I unload the car, I've got one on that side of the house where the wood pile and the garbage cans are. It makes me feel safe. It's as bright as daylight. And I leave this in the car, I go inside the house. I've got another one of these, I press the button, the lights are off. He told me how many lumens they are, which is measure of light, and I was really concerned that it wasn't bright enough. And I said, no, sell me one with 2 heads instead of 1. And he and his team were insistent that 1 head would work. Now, of course, this was a daylight installation, so there was no opportunity to test it. What I've come to respect about Tyler is that he's going to sell you the right product and the right amount of product. So he could have sold me 2 lights because I said I needed 2 lights. Turns out, not even close. 1 was amazing. So this is an older Cape house, almost 100 years old. And when the house was built, it was a downstairs and an attic. So as in the case of many Capes, the second floor was built out a little and turned into sets of bedrooms. So if you go up those stairs, there are going to be 2 bedrooms left and right. They're dark. And if one of my kids is hanging out in the bedroom, we want it to be a little brighter. Now the question is, how do you light it up? And I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I've got all this wiring to do. He's going to have to go through the roof into the attic. What Tyler did, and remember that the roof's like this, was he installed recessed into the ceiling, remote control from the doorway, and they light up the room. So what was potentially a huge project turned out to be 2 or 3 hours of work at a reasonable cost. I always got an estimate. I went onto the internet to make sure it was reasonable. Honestly, after the 3rd job, because he's been here 3 or 4 times, maybe after the 2nd job, I stopped looking. If the price is fair, it works. And the 1 or 2 times I had a question and invoice, he came up with a really rational explanation of why the time might have been a little higher, or in one case it was a little lower, which I thanked him for. He has technology that when someone's on the way from his shop up in Palinville, I get a text message that says, Joe will be here in 3 hours, or Joe will be here at 12:20. So I can plan my day and not be sitting around all day waiting for my electrician to show up. Depending upon the job, he has sent out anywhere from 1 to 4 guys. I think I've had 4 people on premises at one time for some of the major work. They're knowledgeable. They're smart guys. They know the trade. It's not like I'm getting someone who's been working for him for a month or been an electrician for a month. Every one of these guys, and I talk to them. So I'm the type of guy who likes to understand who's walking onto my property. Every one of these guys had years of experience. For the times that they were indoors, you would not have known they were here. If it was coming into the house, we gave them booties, or they took off their shoes because we're shoeless in our house. In the basement, when electricians are working, they're always clipping something, something's always dropping on the floor. They bring their own broom, and if mine was handy, I gave them mine. You wouldn't have known they were here, I'm telling you that. My favorite part of working with Tyler, besides the fact that he got the job done when he said he would get it done, is that I'm a very detail-oriented person. I'm an accountant, and I ask a zillion questions, and it's really important for me to understand why someone's doing something a certain way and how they're doing it. And rather than just saying, I'll see you later at the end of the job, he took the time to explain things up front and gave me a comfort level that it was being done the right way. No hesitation in recommendations. I've already recommended Tyler and TZ to at least 3 people. One of them's a general contractor that I work with. Another one are 2 friends who have homes in the area, one in Olive Ridge, one in Saugerties. He shows up when he says he's going to. The prices are reasonable. They're not the lowest price. They're reasonable. They're fair for the work. You pay for what you get for it.